Yes, indeedy. I'm at another condo. I've got to do a couple things today. Yes, I've already been here. I've got my tools out, and check this out. I did not go to Home Depot. I went to Ace. It was closer for me, and hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Looks like I got a few things here, and I might show you some of this stuff in a minute, but there's a few things I saw. Now see here, here's a microwave here, and this is for the light. You turn it on. One should be high and medium. Nothing's happening, and so I've got to look up in here, and it's pretty easy to do. You just undo this one screw, and this glass tilts down. I'm hoping that it's just a bulb, it's not something else. What else do I got to do around here? Let's come in here to the bathroom. Check this out here. See this? This is dripping. See that? Drip, drip, drip. Well, I'm not going to replace that right now. But if you have a handle like this, you've got to figure out if this is the hot water side or the cold water side. If you can't figure out, you can turn one valve off underneath and see if it's running, and usually you'll be able to figure out if it's the cold water side or the hot water side. Usually there's a cartridge in here, and you got to pull off one of these handles. Well, but the thing I'm going to do today is, see this here? You take this and pull up on it, and I'm pulling up as hard as I can, and it's not holding water. This is not going down all the way, and I think I know what is happening with that. And it probably has to do with this. I can feel it in this handle, and I'm going to take that apart. You'll be amazed at what I find. I'm going to probably fix that with a hammer. Yeah. What else is around here? It looked, and by the way, this carpet smells kind of clean, and that's because I just cleaned it the other day. See how nice and clean that looks? All with my Hoover carpet cleaner. You know, it worked out really good. It took me a while to do it, but they turned out looking real nice. I've got videos of that on my channel too. You just have to look for them. But as I was cleaning carpets, I saw this and I thought, what the heck is going on? See, there's two pieces of glass here. And it's for some jalousie window slats. And I looked at the windows, and all the windows in this condo, they're pretty cool. See, there's little handles here like this, and you pull the handle and then it tilts the glass out, see? And then you lock it, and that's how most of these windows are, and I call them jalousie windows. And I started looking around. I thought, what are those for? Maybe there's some that are missing, and sure enough, I came up here. See this? Look. Yeah, there's a piece missing there. And I look down here further. At first, it looks like they're all there, huh? But see, right here, look, gone. I'm touching the screen. There's nothing there. And all somebody would have had to have done is undo the screen, reach their hand in here, and unlock the door. That's no good. I've got to look at that and see what's going on. I think it's just going to be a matter of sliding it carefully on that, on both sides, and I'll pull the window up and check that out. And hopefully that same glass is for that, or those slats are going to have to be cut. I'm not quite sure. And as for this door, see this door, when you open the door goes right up against the couch. Well, if you put some door stoppers on there, then it won't hit. And you can adjust those by unscrewing this, but see, this one has a cap that's missing right there. You can replace this whole piece at the store, or you can get some replacement caps. And I actually found, I see here, this one's slightly different, but see, it's got two goodies here. And I've replaced one of those before, and when I did, I saved the end. See, this one here was snapped off, and I'm going to pull this off right there, and I'm going to use that. It's the same color. See, it's kind of worn and stuff. Now I can go ahead and replace that right there. I can just pop it on that, and it's going to look just like the other ones, right? I see also this mini blind here. See, that's fixed on the door. It's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be attached by these brackets. Well, the brackets got bent out, and I'm going to show you a trick on those, how to, when you rebend it, what you can do about maybe keeping this from coming off next time. That's kind of a nuisance I've noticed on lots of doors like that. It's like, how do you keep that on? Well, I might show you a tip on that. And then I was looking at door stops, and see, this door stop right here is missing the cap. I like to keep it so that all the caps are on and stuff. So when I go around, I look at them, see that's got the nice cap on there. And this one looks like it's been bent out of whack because it's kind of pushed over. I might have to kind of look at that. And your bathroom ones sometimes get rusty. Look at, see how this is already starting to rust. Kind of bad. You know, I might go ahead and replace that, and this end is all rusty. It doesn't take much to replace those. You know, you can go to the store, and I got some bronze ones here, and this little cap screws on first, and then you screw this whole thing onto there, and those look really nice. And if you just need the caps, see, you can get replacement caps at the store. Did you know that? Most places have them. So on that one, I'm just going to take one cap and replace it. Okay, here's my appliance bulb. Make sure you go to the store. This is for the microwave light. Make sure you always look and see what kind of threads they are, and I'm pretty sure this is the right one, because not all appliance bulbs are created equal. You might say, oh yeah, it's just an appliance bulb, I know which one to get, it's fine, I don't have to pull it apart. And then you find out it snaps in, and it's got two little nibs on it with no threads, or the threads are smaller, whatever. So always check that out too. Okay, and I think that's all I have to do in here, but I'll take a look, I'll take a meander and check a few other things out. If I see anything else in here, I'll show that too. You ready to get busy? Let's do it. That's all I have for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.